Can McCaffrey do it again? It's the coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler, Julio Jones. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. First play from scrimmage all the way into the end zone. Look, the pass was good, but that run after the catch, that's what was really impressive.
And I think the big question I have is, where were the safeties? Where was the tackling? Because going into this game, they had to know that they were going to be tested. That was a part of the defense that had to stand up. And on that play, not even close.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by their now 30-year-old quarterback, Cam Newton, MVP of the league back in 2015.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense. Get things going and see how things settle in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all NFL quarterbacks. He can still tote the mail.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board here this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
To throw is Ryan. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Justin Hardy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On 2nd and 12, Newton. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That one good for 21 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Now he's flushed out right. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Trey Boston up to make the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Open man is stored. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. They go play action now. Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Get him, boys.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 22, Ryan. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Right there.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Let's go.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. They go play action here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ryan. And his throw here is incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy, and it's third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Complete to Jones. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Ryan now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And he's got it. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Smith. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Ryan. We have hit halftime. Still, you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. 2nd half action underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. We remind you that coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football. Seems like we've seen the Seahawks quite a bit in prime time the last few weeks, and we get them again tonight as they head down to L.A. to take on the Rams. And then tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, it's Giants-Eagles from Chile, Philadelphia. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Newton now to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2nd and 5 now. Newton, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Tack McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On second and a yard, Newton, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away.